Welcome to my kitchen. My name is Heather Brown and I am the vintner's wife. My husband Dan and I own Wagon House Winery, and today I'm taking you on yet another virtual wine tasting. So today we're doing something a little bit unusual. I'm going to be making some gelato with Fallen Quaker Cream Wine. Fallen Quaker Cream Wine is something we started about 18 months ago, and it's absolutely amazing. It's fabulous on its own. It's fabulous in your coffee, but today we're going to add it to the gelato. To get started, we have all of our ingredients ready, mise en place, everything ready to roll in their appropriate places, pre-measured, so we can do it easily and efficiently. So what we're going to do to get started here is we're going to start with 2 cups of milk and 1 cup of heavy cream. We're going to bring it over here and we're going to put it on a stove top in a nice heavy duty pan, which will get hot and maintain the heat. So in goes the 2 cups of milk. Technical difficulties here getting that stove lit. Okay, and this, just making sure that it's the cream, the heavy cream, and not the cream wine. We're going to put that in next. We don't want to put the cream wine in because if we do, as we simmer this and bring it to a boil, we're going to burn off all of that alcohol. And that's fine if you want to use the wine for flavor only. But if you want to actually enjoy a little bit of that cream wine in the gelato itself, then you want to put it in later. Okay? So I'm just going to pop these over here in the sink, and we're going to let this begin to simmer. Let me just grab a spoon here so I can stir it. All right. Now, while this begins to heat up, we're going to come over to where our ingredients are, and we're going to add 1 cup of the Fallen Quaker Cream Wine. You can see right here, this is what we're using. It's called the Vintner's Wife's Cream Collection, and again, this is Fallen Quaker. And we do have it in 3 other flavors. We have it in the Nutty Quaker, and we have it in our Sure Thing, and we have it in Olive Goddess. Now, I should tell you a little bit about the Fallen Quaker Cream Wine, because if you're not familiar with it, you're going to be wondering what it is exactly. So, it's a cream wine base, and then we add chocolate and coffee and a touch of vanilla. So it's a wonderful addition to the gelato that we're going to be making today. Next in is we have 1 tablespoon of vanilla. I do need to grab a little spatula here so I aid this vanilla out of our bowl. So in goes the vanilla bean paste, good vanilla bean paste or vanilla extract. Okay. Next in is we have 1/2 cup of sugar. Now typically this recipe calls for 1 cup of sugar, but because the cream wine is sweet on its own, we don't want to add too much more. Next, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Get that all out of there. Okay. And we just need just a pinch of kosher salt. So we're just going to add that in right there. Let me grab my whisk here. And we're just going to begin to whisk this up. And you can see that vanilla bean paste adding a lovely color to that cream wine. It smells so good. The cornstarch is going to help to thicken it. And we're going to add a little pectin, but not until a little bit later. That'll be the last thing we put into our gelato mix before we actually strain it and then put it into our lovely ice cream maker. All right. Well, I'm going to continue to simmer that milk and heavy cream mixture. You guys can take a break and we'll be back shortly. Welcome back. All right, take a look over here in my pot. You're going to see that we have this heavy cream and milk coming to a lovely simmer. So what we're going to do next is grab our ingredients from this bowl that we were mixing up when we left you last, and we're just going to pour all of these together. And I'm going to grab my spatula again just so we can get all of that, see the sugar down there and some of that vanilla bean paste that's thickened up. All right, set this down. We grab my spatula. Every last bit, all that sugar and flavor from the vanilla bean paste. We don't want to lose that. We don't want to waste it. And all right, there we go. Set that aside for now. And switch out my spoon for my whisk. And now what we're going to do is we're going to continue just to get this moving. And we want this to thicken up. It's going to thicken up slightly and come back to a simmer. I did turn the temperature down right about medium on the stove top here. Okay, and when you join us again, we'll be ready to add the pectin, strain it, and put it in the ice cream maker. All right. All right, and here we go. We have this mixture that we're getting ready to add our pectin to because it's nice and thick. We had it back to a boil here. I turned it down just because I don't want it to get too hot. But you can see how it's coating the back of the spoon as we run the spoon through our mixture. So I'm gonna grab our pectin here, and it's a liquid pectin, and it's 1 tablespoon. So we're gonna add our liquid pectin into our gelato mix. I need to grab a little spoon here to help it along. Actually much more of a paste, but it is what they call liquid pectin. All right, we'll get this stirred in. You can see I have my sieve ready here over my bowl. And now the pectin's in all the way. My pan's hot. And depending on the kind of pan or pot you're cooking with, yours may or may not be. Put my spoon right in there, and I'm going to pour. Oh, look at that, so creamy, so thick. Oh. And once again, because I don't want to lose any of that, I'm going to grab my spatula. We're going to come back over here. I'm going to scrape down the sides, move all of that mix over to one part of my bowl. And once again, I'll pick this up and just try to get in a little bit more of that lovely mixture. If you have somebody in your kitchen who can help you, have them grab that spatula and just scoop that right on out. Okay. Now we just have to let this come to room temperature before we go ahead and do anything else with it. We also, before we can put it in our ice cream mixture or ice cream maker, we need to let it cool for either 2 hours or overnight. So if you know you're going to want this, go ahead, get this ready a day or 2 in advance and put it in your refrigerator, let it come to a nice chill, and then you can put it in your ice cream maker. All right, on to our next step. Okay, welcome back. Now we have this lovely Fallen Quaker Cream Wine Gelato blend ready to go into the ice cream maker. Just follow your own ice cream maker's instructions at home. All right, so I just take off this lid right here, and I'm going to hit gelato and start. And then I'm just very simply going to pour this in, hopefully not making too much of a mess. And then the machine will continue to do the rest of the work for us. Scrape down the sides again. This smells absolutely amazing. I can tell you that I will be licking this bowl. And spatula. One last little bit here, because I think that would probably be a nice little spoonful of gelato. Scoop that down a little bit. Set this aside. Put my lid on. And we're just going to let the machine continue to make our lovely gelato, ice cream, whatever it is you're making. You can make ice cream with it too. You don't have to just do the gelato, but I love the gelato. It's so nice and creamy. And I'm actually going to take this one step further by making an affogato. Once the gelato is finished, I'm going to get a little shot of espresso, pour it over, and we'll share a dessert together. And welcome back. My name is Heather Brown, and I am the vintner's wife. My husband Danny and I own Wagon House Winery, and I'm here today with yet another virtual wine tasting for you. Now, if you've been following along, you've already seen what we started. What we're doing today, we're taking the Vintner's Wife Cream Collection. This is Fallen Quaker Cream Wine, and we're making gelato with it. So, it's a real simple recipe. If you've never done it, please try it. All you need is an ice cream machine. If you don't have one, borrow one from a family or friend or neighbor. Or maybe make that investment, because it's a great thing to do this time of year when you're home with your children, the weather's warming up. So much fun. Okay, so it's super simple. We took out a cup of milk and replaced it with a cup of the Fallen Quaker Cream Wine. Our Fallen Quaker Cream Wine is a cream wine base with chocolate, coffee, and a touch of vanilla. And this is going to make the most wonderful gelato. Now, if you want to come over here and take a peek in the machine, you'll see that it is nice and thick. It's getting ready to roll. So I'm actually going to turn this off. And we're going to let it sit in here because it's nice and cold. Because what we're doing is taking this one step further. We are going to make an affogato, and an affogato is an Italian dessert, and I am certain that I am not pronouncing affogato the way all of the wonderful Italians of the world would pronounce it, but we take the gelato and we pour a shot of the espresso over top of it, and then we're going to enjoy it. So follow me into my pantry while we make the little shot of espresso. I set the espresso machine up prior to this, so we're ready to roll. Just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna press a double shot because I think it's gonna be really good with just a little bit extra espresso on there. And it's always amazing when I actually align the little espresso cup with the espresso dispenser, because sometimes it turns out to be a hot mess. Okay, let's go back into the kitchen and make our affogato. Take the lid off of our ice cream maker, set that aside, and we're going to pull this lovely little spinner out. Just enough so I can get a nice scoop. I'm going to put it in a nice big red wine glass. What a beautiful presentation. Maybe we'll go with another little scoop in there. And set that aside. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and take this espresso, and if you could possibly smell this, it's absolutely amazing. Between this and the aroma of the Fallen Quaker Cream Wine with that chocolate and coffee, it's amazing. So we're just going to go ahead and pour this over the top. Look at that loveliness, that caramel color from the espresso. And just to make it just a touch more indulgent, we're going to take a nice piece of, it's a good dark chocolate, okay? And we're just going to grate that over the top here. You know, the only thing I didn't prepare was the spoon that I'm going to use to eat this. So let me find myself a spoon. Oh, there's one right here. Here we go. Cheers. Let me take a taste of this. I know you want some of this. That is amazing. Oh my gosh. There's something about making a gelato versus an ice cream. It's just so rich and so creamy. And then you have the Fallen Quaker flavors with the coffee and the chocolate. That espresso is just gently melting it and warming it. And then that little bit of chocolate grated on top. Well, stay tuned for any future virtual wine tastings that we will be hosting. And don't forget to join us at the Jersey Shore Wine Festival, which was postponed from the spring until October 3rd. And then we have the Waretown Spring Wine Festival, which obviously is not going to be a spring wine festival. It'll be a fall wine festival now, and that is set for September 12th and 13th. Have a wonderful day and enjoy.